You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Thursday, November 20th. Good morning, Kendall.
Good morning.
And good morning, Emil.
Hey, good morning, man.
Good morning, Tucson. Thank you guys for tuning into the show. We got a great show lined up for you today, as per usual, this whole week as we gear up and get closer and closer to Thanksgiving. This weekend, we're getting closer to a lot of festivities. Joe Coy at the Tucson Arena on Friday, and then back-to-back games for your Tucson Roadrunners. I'm going to have tickets for both of those events, including I'm also going to have tickets for another event that's going to be at the Tucson Arena next year. It's the return of an icon, Weird Al Yankovic, the bigger and weirder tour. Yes, so those tickets go on sale Friday, 10 a.m. Another opportunity to win them before they go on sale this morning around 7:10. So be ready to win those as well. So there's a lot to get to. Let's get to the top story. Now, we usually don't talk about news, right? But everybody's talking about this.
News.
Yeah.
We will continue to follow the law with maximum transparency while protecting victims.
Yes. That is Attorney General Pam Bondi, what she said in a press conference yesterday, talking about the bill that was 46-1 unanimous signed to release the Epstein files. And then immediately after they signed that they're going to release the Epstein files, Speaker of the House Mike Johnson said that the Epstein files have to be watered down so we don't do permanent damage to the political system.
BS, just do it.
Right.
Watered down.
Right.
They don't respect any of us.
They mean heavily redacted, right?
Yeah, let's just black out everything.
Exactly, right? So don't get your hopes up that you're going to find out all the information in the Epstein files, because this dog and pony show that is continuing to be going on for the last, now 5 years, ever since Epstein was incarcerated and then unalived himself, quote unquote.
Well,
wink, wink. I know.
Well, we all know. He didn't. And he didn't.
It doesn't seem likely, but
No.
the official narrative is that, right? With everything said and done, when it does finally come out, it's again going to come out to where it's so much stuff that it's just never ending. It's a never ending thing. I think at this point, everyone in the world can just agree, yeah, Clinton's on it. All right. Let's just assume that Clinton's on it. All right. Okay.
We know he is on it.
So yeah, exactly. Right. So, and if it's a big Democratic, party and you guys are in power, you hate all those Democrats, man, let it out. And then we'll be like, yeah, you guys are gross, dude. But the reality is this political system, damage to the political system, maybe they're talking about powerful people from other countries as well.
I can guarantee you. I can tell you one specifically why this is probably not going to see the light of day. One person specifically, but there's a multitude of people.
Okay. Yeah. What's one person specifically?
I'm going to go ahead and say probably the defense minister of Israel right now. He's on it. And I think there's a very good chance this is the reason why. Oh man, I'm going to totally get suicided by this.
Don't get unalived. Don't get unalived.
I love life, and I would never do this right now. Just disclaimer.
He's got a good life going on right now.
So anyway,
yeah.
But I think this is probably one of the major reasons why we will probably never see it.
Right.
Release at least the full real list on top of a multitude of other people that are on there, including I'm not going to say names. They're going to come after me.
Yeah, don't even say names.
Lawsuits.
The reality is we don't have to say names on the radio because everyone that's listening has already seen the name speculated and already had their assumptions. And there's a good idea that the names that you're assuming on there, based off the smoking guns and all the history and stuff, yeah, they're all on there.
They've talked about national security risks and in international security risks. So when you say international, you're understanding that this is a wider web of things.
This is a huge hole.
Right.
And yeah, it really is. And it's still going on. It's still going on with a multitude of other people. And he like I said, I don't think he's dead, and I think he's probably still a part of this.
You think Epstein's still?
About a week ago, somebody on 4chan saw that his his email address, one of his email addresses, was still in use. So that brings up a lot of speculation on top of other things too, pictures and all this stuff of his island and stuff. So,
well, I'd say maybe he is dead, but it's like you can't kill the blackmail out of the Epstein. You know what I mean? It's like that part of it still has to be going on. So even if let's say he is dead, it's like that part's still going on. You know, this global corruption. It's
a multi-billion-dollar industry, which is unfortunate.
It's so insane too, because when you really look at it, at the end of the day, he was a dating service for perverts, right? Like these billionaires and these people of power have so little game that they can't go out and just pick up women on themselves, and they say, okay, some of these they. Obviously nefarious and gross. There's definitely gross stuff. There's definitely also just like 19 barely legal types as well, right? He was just basically a glorified pimp, and it dealt with no necessarily like moral guidelines when it came to that. If it wouldn't be a lot of these people who literally have all the resources in the world, like you can't just go out and get yourself a side piece. I don't know.
They live on a different level, though. Whenever you cross that threshold, I think there's something that initiates you, and I think there's a group that initiates you to allow yourself to be that rich. And then when you get to that point, all the earthly possessions that we all are us plebeians, with like $5 in our pocket, we all live on a different level, which our things that make us happy are different than the things that make them happy, because they can have everything.
They need more. It's
that question when you
weirdness, obscurity, just disgusting.
They can't just graduate to butt stuff. I mean, wouldn't we live in a better world if everyone just like, hey, I'm a billionaire now I'm into butt stuff and we're good?
Yeah.
No. I mean, you know all the labels, I'm sure, that people look up on the interwebs of inappropriate things. It's pretty crazy. It's a pretty wide spectrum of really gross things.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird, bad things out there. And there's some people that want to accommodate those to other people. And that's where you get these people.
And it's unfortunate then, even more so, because everything that we're speculating will continue to be speculated, because odds are, like the whole like bill being signed and all that stuff is going to be all for naught, right? To where you're just like, cool, thanks for releasing no new evidence whatsoever and a bunch of papers with like black Sharpie across everything.
I mean, I think his brother even came out. Epstein's brother said the other day, well, they are actually like redacting a lot of this stuff right now as we speak.
Oh yeah, easily. Good, because it was from the very top. The man on top was like, no, what are you talking about? We're not even gonna do this. You're wasting everyone's time. And then did a 180, like, okay, yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna release it. But it's at that point, it's just like, okay, we got all the a lot of information that might directly affect you out, and like, okay, good, let's release it. But then they're like, but here's the deal, it's bigger than you. And there's worse than you there too, and that affects what we're doing here, and here. Those whole things. Goddamn mess.
Wish we had a restart button. Where's our restart button as a society?
Well, that's we can't say on the radio.
The good thing about this, is this could be the one thing that actually brings a lot of unity to a lot of people. Though, because there's two sides that are like very angry about this. You have like the lefties who all of a sudden want this, and I know why they want this. It's funny that they didn't want this during like the last administration.
No, they still did. I feel like they still did.
They didn't. Believe me, I've talked to a lot of people about it.
Talked to some. No, screw that. I was just like, get it out. I was like, no, all of it.
And I think this is like the thing that they're able to latch to because of obviously they don't like Donald Trump, and they're like, hey, let's go after this administration. It's just it's a tactical thing. I understand why they do it, but now.
I'll be honest with you. No, I was severely disappointed in the last administration not just releasing this entire thing, and then I realized like how stupid and messy this whole thing is. But there was a great chance, especially for that party, for the Biden administration, because it's been documented at least of a friendship and a history of Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein for a decade, right? On the record, for longer than that he's going to be in it in some form or fashion. So they could have just released the whole thing, and it would have possibly been damning to his campaign, but probably not, to be honest with you. And they didn't do that, and so it's just like, okay, you guys suck. All these, it just goes to show another thing. It's not about left or right. That entire top part of it, the whole thing is out.
And that's the thing. And
let me just finish what I was saying though. And then the righties, they're mad because this was a thing that was promised. This was
I know.
part of his campaign. This was one of the major things. So people want this. People are like, this is kind of a nice silver lining that people want the bad guys gone.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what makes me happy. And that is a good unifying thing. Let's get rid of the nasty people.
Right.
Yeah. Have some harmony.
Yeah, everyone agrees
have
with
some
that.
harmony, yes.
Everyone agrees with
But
that.
for now, we'll see how it goes. But there you go. That's the top story today. Let's get into our show. We're going to have a great one lined up for you. Your Morning Morons coming up after music from Red Hot Chili Peppers. And your first opportunity to win tickets is coming up sooner than that. So keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA, Beef Vegan Presents. All right, that was our show open today. We actually talked about the Epstein list. We actually talked about some current events and news, which you usually avoid like the plague. All right, we're about to get on here and talk about some other stuff, basically beverages. Rock 102.1 KFMA. We're live on the podcast broadcast. I just had to reset the tables. We did our show open. We're live streaming live on Instagram, youtube.com/beefvegan. We have it in vertical form, horizontal form. Pick your poison. I mean, I don't even know which one to even use anymore.
Hamburgers or hot dog?
Yeah. Well, we got Emil in the middle, which is good because Emil's been following this story. It seems like, big business has been talking about kind of pulling away the legalization of marijuana. Actually, the government's been talking about this.
Yeah.
I know that, Mitch McConnell in Kentucky is trying to take it away from the people of Kentucky, even though it's been voted as something that they want. They have recreational marijuana. And with it, the marijuana also comes the liquid form of THC.
Yeah, and that's the thing that they're really trying to regulate. It's not necessarily like the bud, the flower itself, but it's like, the drinks and all the other stuff that comes from hemp. And it's essentially like this a major association of corporations. It's Coca-Cola, Nestle, General Mills urging Congress to ban these hemp products, which, they have, Delta 8, Delta 10. And that's the thing that it's like non-federalized or regulated by the FDA. And that's what they're going after. And you said Kentucky.
Yeah.
But Senator Rand Paul, he's the guy that's actually trying to back this up. Not back the big corporations, but he's trying to protect the farm bill and the hemp.
And he should. I mean, obviously, it generates so much money in revenue.
It's huge.
Yes, and it's a lot of revenues for schools and public education, which we really need, and we've shown that. So, and what's great about this is over the last 15 years, it started along the East Coast and Colorado. They did it, they shown, and now studies have shown not only, there's a surge of people that are, participating in intaking marijuana or THC more, and then it declines, just like it did in Amsterdam, where there's people who decide they use it. Some people use it medicinally, like every single day. Some people use it every now and then. It's great to have the option and the freedom to do it, but it doesn't necessarily increase dependency on marijuana and THC. But this is more than that. This is business against, THC for some reason, right? When it comes to the big beverages.
I feel like it's no different than you have any major alcohol liquor brand kind of doing the same thing. They all want those dollars too.
Right.
And who knows, maybe they'll market something down the road. It's so funny that companies like Coca-Cola and all these places that they don't have the best stuff in them are now we're worried about people's health.
Yeah, you are.
No, worried about, losing our sales and our dollars.
Yeah.
So stupid. Like Nestle, screw you guys. They like what they do with public water and stealing water just so they can bottle it.
Right.
And making it illegal to get water from lakes and stuff, and they buy all this stuff up.
Yeah, so basically it's another one of the, it's like a cliche age-old tale here in America where it's big business that it has a problem with the companies or anyone else because they don't have a stake in the claim.
Yeah.
So they can't make any money. Since Pepsi's not, or Coke's not releasing a Coke 420 instead of just Coke Zero.
Coke Green.
Yeah. Since they can't do that, then they're going to be like, hey guys, maybe we shouldn't do this. And let's think about the health of Americans and citizens for once.
And then they'll figure out a way to do it. And they'll be like, oh, you know what? We're hip.
Yeah.
Let's do this now.
Exactly. So this is an issue, though, because they have the money to lobby for this type of reform. So they've been strongly opposed to this, huh?
Yeah. And that's all it is. It's just money and lobbying. And it's just this never ending cycle of crap where it's I just get tired of it. It's just that's what it is. And there's always somebody that's going to be jealous of that they're not making the money. So they're going to try to derail it.
Right.
But they, like I said, they're companies that just shill bad stuff to people. So who are they to say?
So where are we at right now as far as their leverage with the legislation to try to pull away the legalized THC and hemp products that we already have in the states that have voted to legalize it?
Well, it is a federal thing, so technically it's not federally legalized. So feds can come in at any point and really bust some balls. But that's why I love the sovereignty of states. You know, this is our decision, what we want. You're listening to Arizonans or Coloradans, whatever. So it's one of those things that I think it should just be left up to the state.
Right. Yeah.
Get the feds' fingers out of it and leave us alone. Let us enjoy our lives.
Yeah. The official Dr. G on Instagram said the hemp laws all changed and places have a year to get compliant. Just products derived from hemp, not cannabis. So, right now they're going against hemp they have their sites on hemp and hemp like products.
Goofy because hemp is such a great cash crop.
Yeah,
it
I know.
Makes you can literally make anything out of it, and it's so strong. It's better than cotton in many resources.
Yes, and in a world where we're raising tariffs for exports, right? And we need to look for things that we have here and resources we have here. That's why they bent the rules when it came to coffee and bananas and things that we can't grow here. Mm-hmm. We can grow hemp here for days. Absolutely. And we could literally create not only something that we can rely on here for products, but we could export it all over the world.
$1 trillion.
Yeah.
Into our because look at the deficit. It's $30 trillion. Come on. Let's just try to do something.
Let's make it 29 trillion.
Yeah, let's just try to make some money. Yeah. To pay this off.
Big business, big weed. That's how it is. And of course, Emil is not going to let it slip through the cracks. So I'm sure we'll have a follow-up on that. But thank you for giving us a rundown, Emil. No problem. Let's hit the reset on the FM side and continue the conversation on the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/beefvegan. All right. Yeah, that's good. Thank you for that comment, Dr. G. That was well done and good contribution there. Now, our top story here today is a mystery of sorts as we're trying to figure out if the person that butt dialed Kendall was getting it on during the butt dial, right? Because it did sound like they were getting it on.
It did.
There's a lot of questions.
Right.
To be had.
I'm just curious why you're not on board with this so much.
What do you mean not on board?
I mean, do you think that they were banging? Do you think some smashing was happening?
Yes. Now you think you do.
No.
You do. Okay, because I didn't think because it didn't seem like you did.
That's kind of where I was at.
Well, that is a potential question. Right. But I do believe the answer is likely that people were bumping uglies.
Okay.
On this butt dial voicemail that they left me.
Okay, so let's listen to this. And then I want you guys to be the judge and also let me know two things. One, are they getting it on? And two, do you think the girl finished, right? Do you think it was a good performance? Because to me, it sounded like a good performance. But you be the judge here. This is a butt dial that Kendall received. So she checked her voicemail and heard this just weeks after she randomly got D-pics, Okay, so it'll pick up here. Oh. Up. Now, real quick, we only hear one person in this video. So there's speculation from Kendall that this one person was maybe self-loving. But then I do think we do get to hear another voice here. I mean, so far, where are we at?
Yes, and it's not just my speculation. I have also shared this with my personal friends. And so they were also speculating, is this somebody watching some corn?
Yes. Yeah. Thinking it's corn and
pleasuring. Yes, exactly.
And it doesn't sound like corn to me, though. It sounds pretty authentically real, but it continues. There's about 48 seconds left of this voicemail. So, we're just edging, and now we'll continue. And there's a reason why I'm standing up. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
That's almost verbal confirmation of a good stroke. Little giggles. Okay. and it stops. This guy. Yeah. And see, then it kind of goes quiet. So it didn't end.
There was a little noise there.
Yeah, it didn't end well.
It was 1 minute and 50 seconds in total.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
It was left after 10 p.m. at night. So the time.
Okay. So that's the magic. I love making hour. Brian says that sounds lame. It sounds lame.
It does,
so,
right?
Like he kind of lame ducked at the end. There was a moment there. He was on to something. It was getting good. There was a little power there behind it, and that's kind of the end of it right here. Here's the highlight of it. And then some duck sounds. Okay, what position you think this is?
Missionary.
You think it's a missionary?
Yeah, I think
you think that's a missionary? But her voice does kind of sound muffled. But of course, the phone could be in a pocket or something, or they're on top of it to a certain extent, because obviously it's a butt dial and it is muffled to a certain extent, so you don't get to hear it loud and clear. It's not a full blown Shannon Sharp situation.
That just makes me have more questions, though. Like,
exactly.
Pockets, or they have pants on? They have the clothes on?
There's so many questions. Like, this is the weirdest butt dial I've ever received in voicemail.
Okay.
And could it have been intentional? Because I've gotten butt dial voicemails before. They last 3 minutes long.
Right.
Truly. So they figured out some way halfway in, they were leaving a voicemail and hung up.
Well, that's because it sounds like he finished quickly. So, that was kind of an issue. And that's the embarrassing part. But in that situation, then aren't you able to listen back to your voicemail now in situations and delete? If you realize you're leaving a voicemail? And he didn't say anything into it or she didn't say anything into it like, oh shit, I'm recording a voicemail right now. Because usually that's kind of like the verbal awareness where you're like, oh no.
Even like a surprise sound,
Right? Now Patrick says if it's a quickie, you don't go full nude. And this is one of the rules of a quickie according to Patrick.
Okay. So what that is like indicating like it was in his pocket on his person during this call? Is that what he means? Okay. Yeah. I was thinking, I leave my phone on my bed still sometimes. So
this could happen to you.
No.
You could nipple dial. Yeah.
Was this intentional? Are they getting off on knowing other people are listening to this? And look at us all now listening to it.
Yeah.
It's weird.
But no, they're probably not, it really depends. Okay. So Race Lever thinks it's doggy style. And the phone was in her pocket of her shirt that was still on, and it was front dial. And he missed the hole just enough times to call. Yeah, 10 times. He put the area code in, and the number has just very pointy end, to be able to get that. I don't know. That's a pretty good theory there, Race Lever, and Patrick thinks he agrees on that. I don't know. I'm not fully convinced.
And I think she was faking it.
I think we should just call them back.
Yeah. You do have the number, I will
call them back and be like, oh yeah.
I will call them. They don't know who I am.
That is true. That is
so
true.
No.
What's going on, guys? I got a question.
Yeah. So, that's what we're kind of trying to figure out today. The mystery, as the plot thickens. Not too thick, or she'd probably finish louder.
Yes.
So yeah, but still, it's audio that I have now forever on my email, which is good.
Oh, it's so weird.
It is weird,
It's
but that's not as weird as the D pics that you got, because that was even more random.
You think so?
Yeah, and she sent them to me, and it was too unfortunate because I didn't want that on my phone. That was a quick delete. But the dude was packing, and so you do kind of have this kind of like random phishing, if you will.
So people just send these things out into the ether, and they're like,
yes,
we'll see what happens.
Yes, and then be like, oh, sorry, wrong number. unless you're into it, and then that's
Right.
kind of like how they bait getting sexting and try to get like images in return. It's
really
it's
so
a
like, and
devious
people are
plot.
just like, I'm gonna roll with this, and I'm gonna send them my junk now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is where we're at.
Race Lover said you should call them back and leave a productive voicemail and just let us judge which one of you can leave the most seductive a voicemail. That's true. Kind of feed the fantasy for the next time around.
Yeah.
I'm kind of down with that. All right. Did you need to take off here, Emil?
I do, but this is so fun talking about this, and I feel like we're like the Hardy Boys. Get it? And there's a pun intended.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
They do mysteries. And
I do like this. I mean, this is original content, or that's for Todd here, and it is something that really the mystery that we need to figure out. And I'm honestly just finished like trying to figure out if she had a good time doing this.
Yeah. They're going to start calling me Nancy Blue because we got to figure
Nancy
out.
Blue Balls for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I
very
scrubbed
bizarre.
it back to first 15 seconds,
Oh my God.
then it ramps up a little bit. Now you're starting to hear a little bit of moans, kisses, and then you'll hear some slappage.
Yeah, that's some clapping.
Yeah, but see,
obviously, what else are they doing?
No,
What
yeah,
else-
there's
she's
no
not
way.
making like a cake or something. She's so excited about it. Like,
yeah, but he doesn't have a consistent rhythm. I could
Right.
grade him based off the audio performance, and I'm just like, there's things you're not doing right. You don't have the smooth stroke, and then when you go in for the poundage and stuff, we got to be consistent
well, then
and
this is-
rhythmic.
this is why we call him, and then we give him some tips.
Yeah. I mean, the dude definitely needs tips.
Was this like a one night stand situation or they're in a relationship?
It sounds, you know what? I mean, the fact that
Because-
she's moaning and stuff could very well be a one night
And
stand.
if this is a quickie,
Yeah.
this is like behind the venue, the bar, the car.
Yeah.
And maybe they were in a car. Maybe this is why the butt dial happened.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And honestly, the streamers think we should call back just to criticize their performance, Yeah.
Give them some pointers.
Yeah. Lizzie wants us to call and shame their performance, but it won't shame them. Be like, hey, first off, yeah, she sounded hot, so good for you, good on you.
Good job.
Yeah, and she sounded like
You
she
got a
was
little-
enjoying it for a moment. She would have probably wanted to enjoy it a little bit more, and so do we.
Wonder if there's like a designated hotline for this kind of stuff. Like, did my number get mixed up for, an 800 number out there or something where people, this
Yeah.
is their thing that they do?
Pretty much, it's just like your number's on the phone stall somewhere,
This is like a good start to a penthouse forum, I feel like.
Yeah.
I got a phone call, and then the next thing I knew, I met the person.
Yeah. So Race Lover says if you get an accidental email, then they're at least dating, so that's good.
Mm.
Yeah. So, and they're probably a Facebook group. Wouldn't that be a great Facebook group? Voyeuristic butt dials. Yeah. I know. It's interesting. Let's see what happens. All right. 9:30. All right. DJ Jamar is going to pop in around 9:30. Talk about Yellowman. Yallman.
Good. I'm glad he missed this part. This is
No, trust me, he
weird.
wants to hear this part for
Yeah?
sure. Yeah, who
Everybody
doesn't?
does.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, no, because it's sex mystery, which is hilarious.
What kind of mysteries do we got out there anymore anyway?
I want to know what she looks like because she sounds cute. This sounds cute.
it sounds
That's where she's
Fake.
getting it good.
faking
No,
it. No, I don't think so.
yeah, that's good. That is good.
Oh God,
Why?
it's weirding me out.
Is it my face that's weirding you out?
It's like right in the eardrums. It's really penetrating to me.
Well, that's the thing.
It's-
That's why we needed to listen to it on the headphones to kind of really get an idea. Like, kind of, we're basically sitting on the end of the bed, and picturing us there. And yeah, I mean, she sounds cute. It sounds like a good time. I'll be honest with you. So, he's got that jackhammer pump. Yeah, but again, it's a brief jackhammer pump. So he's not mentally in a spot where he's thinking about baseball or dogs getting ran over, stuff like that. Those are tips I learned from Ron
Hyper
Jeremy.
focused then, over focused.
Wait, two in a moment. Yeah,
Yeah,
you got to
yeah.
separate yourself. Rock 102.1 KFMA. We're live on the podcast broadcast. There, we're listening to audio that's too hot for the radio as the mystery develops of the butt dial that Kendall got. And it sounds like people are getting it on, but we're trying to really piece together the play-by-play and why this butt dial even happened in the first place. Was it on purpose? Are they getting it on? And most importantly, did the woman in the clip enjoy herself to the very end? And was there an end for her and not just for him? And if there was an end for him, why wasn't there an audible end for him? You know, I mean, guys got to make noise too. Right. So that's what we're working on the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/BeFegan.
Important business.
Yeah, we'll be back with more after Day Seeker. Here's Pale Moonlight. Yeah, so give him a second. So I'm sure we'll get a couple people jumping
What are the
on.
chances that it's like, okay, let's say it was the big finish.
Okay.
How did they call me right for that? Because it's like, clear. How long were you getting it on for? This is only 1:50.
Yeah, probably not that long. Again,
could
just
have been the beginning of it, yeah.
Was that the finish and this end? Like the whole thing?
Could have been. Could have been a young person, like someone in their early 20s, going in there, skipping the foreplay, going right into it. Boom, boom, boom. She does a couple moans. He's like, you're too audible, and boom, I'm done. But again, and it does seem like it's a young man because there isn't any kind of like male vocal expression.
Right.
And I think as a grown man, and Emil backed me up on this, as men, we realize that women want to hear sounds too.
Well, they want to know they're doing their job. Everybody wants, some kind of a vocal, like, hey, pat on the back.
Confirmation.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a phone call here. Rock 102.1. Who's this?
Morgan.
Hey, Morgan, what's up?
I just wanted to say I love listening to you guys so much. I'm doing a final project in one of my classes on the radio station.
Oh, okay. Oh, so wait, you're playing us for a class right now on the radio station?
I have you guys playing at home constantly, and I'm doing a final project for my scripting for automation class where I use a Python program to find out how often a song is played throughout the day.
Oh, cool.
Oh, so how often? Like, what's the number one song we're playing on the station? Do you know?
I don't know yet, but I will soon.
Curious
yes,
about this,
please share that information. Now, I don't do the programming. Larry Mack does, but they do it through testing, surveys, all this stuff. And corporate radio. It's a game of redundancy and repetition for sure. To
be a Chili Pepper song.
Possible. Yeah, it's gonna be a chili. I would bet even money it's a Chili Pepper song.
Same here, yeah.
Right? It has to be, Morgan. What song would you guess before you even get to conclusion? What artist do you think is played the most on KFMA just based off listening?
The song I've heard playing the most recently is the new Limp Bizkit song, Making Love to Morgan Wallen.
Well, you know what? I don't even get to play that song on my show. So, that's what's crazy about that. I wish I would get more new music, but they literally have to play it in all the other day parts until it tests well, and then people are over it, and then they give it to me to play. And so it seems like they're always doing a disservice. I don't get it.
My guess would be the new 9 Inch Nails single, the As Alive As You Need Me to Be. I feel like that's been really popping off.
I mean, either way, I want new music. So yes, give us new music too, mixed in with the old songs, not just all old songs. I mean, the Day Seeker in the 9 o'clock hour is where I play the new music, right? This Day Seeker track is new, and I do appreciate that they at least give me that. But I mean, it's literally that was the breadcrumb they gave me with the arguments and the fights that I was giving them behind the scenes. So, well, yes, definitely keep us updated. Morgan, we're back on the air. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Keep us updated on whatever the results of your project are on what song we play the most on KFMA. I would love to hear it, okay?
Will do.
All right, well, thanks
Love
for listening,
you,
too. Yes, all right, we're back here on the air. We didn't get a firm conclusion on the audio that we got, the mystery that is happening, but, it's still fun to hear.
And sleep on it.
Yeah. All right.
And please stop leaving me voicemails. Don't do it again.
That too? Well, I mean, I don't know. What if it was someone you knew, like if it was me? That would freak you out, right?
Again, is it somebody I know? I used to know. Is this
somebody that you used to know?
It's Gautier?
I didn't mean to call your phone. Got it on with a girl with a seductive moan. I could do this all. Yeah, thank you. I'm on that beat. I used to play that song before it was on mainstream radio.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one. But has this happened to anybody else? I'd like to know. Am I the only victim here?
Oh, yeah. What's your favorite butt dial that you ever got? 600 KFMA, 600-5362. If you have one to share with us, it'd be great. I mean, obviously, you probably don't have the audio, but nowadays, that's the thing. You can't get away with the butt dial because you could download the audio.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what Kendall did. She downloaded the audio and sent it to my email. Now I have it in my spank bank forever. Yeah, but don't worry, I can't finish in 45 seconds. So, yeah.
This was a whole gooning session for you, wasn't it?
No, it was investigating. I wasn't gooning. I was investigating. Trying to know there was a mystery there. And obviously, we wanted to try to put into pieces and try to help my friend Kendall out.
Why are you doing this?
I'm not doing that. I'm just saying, I was investigating for my friend Kendall because she was obviously perplexed and upset about this. So as a friend, I said, send me the audio so I can keep it forever.
Yeah, right.
And we'll get to the bottom of it. I'm sure there's some DNA somewhere and we can trace it back. I mean, the simple thing is just to call back the phone number, which you won't do.
No, I don't want to do that.
I know.
Because I don't want to promote this. I don't want this to, think that I'm interested.
We could shame them. We could shame them to the point of submission.
Maybe that's what they wanted, right? They wanted to be shamed.
Shame kinks are a thing.
You feel like this is
endless.
Like a deeper kink that they're just fishing for, man.
Basically, this is Louis C.K. butt dialed you, because he famously, had pleasure in shame. And so, that's the scenario. Yeah. I mean, there's so many kinks out there. Nothing would surprise me at this point.
Exactly.
The butt dial kink could be a growing kink.
There could be voicemails that are in the Epstein list evidence that maybe they released some voicemails.
There's 100% voicemails. 100%. There's 100% voicemails in there. There's 100% audio. There's 100% video. And we're 100% not going to see any of it. That's the fact, right? Mm-hmm. Even with the 46-1 vote, it's not going to happen.
That one dude too, man.
Yeah, who's the one dude, by the way? Do you know?
I can't remember his name. Republican senator from somewhere on the East Coast, I think. Maybe Oklahoma. I don't think it's Oklahoma.
Does that inadvertently out him as one guy who knows he's on the list?
Or he's just a huge pedo protector, and everybody should just be like, so what's up, dude? Let's see what's on your web browser.
Why are you going to be the only one? Right?
It's a little awkward. Man. It's a little awkward.
Clay Higgins.
That's the dude.
Yep. Okay, from where? Where does he represent?
He is from. Hold on a second. I gotta scroll. Get a little.
Do you think Representative Higgins was going into this vote like it's a blind vote, thinking, "Oh, I'm sure there'll be some other people,"
and then when awkward.
Yeah, like no, I'm the only one. No.
Oh, I hit the wrong button, guys. No, I didn't mean that. I take it back.
I misunderstood. Yay and nay. They rhyme.
From Louisiana.
I thought nay was yay. I thought yay was nay. Come on. Hey, I'm not on the list, I swear.
He said it caused more detriment or something. I don't know.
To the horrible people running everything.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what, Speaker of the House Mike Johnson said. They can't even release what they do have because it would be a national security risk. Whatever that means, it just doesn't sound good, right? But that's the development on the Epstein list.
I think keeping those people there is a national security risk. Anyway.
Yes, absolutely. Well, always a pleasure, Emil.
Yeah.
We're going to hit the reset, keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. Yesterday, we had a special guest in studio after the show. We had live performances from them, Strange Case. I also put together a video clip of the in-studio performance that we had from our podcast broadcast guests yesterday, Autumn Kings. They were awesome dudes, Jake and Joe. I'm going to play that for you right now. So you can join us, youtube.com/pvegan, or keep it right here. We got music on the way from Sick Puppies and Blink-182. All right, Emil. Good seeing you.
Yeah, you too, man. I got to scoot. Wait till the victims release their list. Like, why haven't they done that already?
Yeah,
I know that a lot of them have talked about it, but NDA disclosures. That's why.
They got money.
They got money for it. So
yeah. Yep. That's
anyway,
usually how it goes. Where can we buy the voicemail audio? That's good. Yeah,
Ooh, I can monetize this.
That's
now.
what I was thinking, like an OnlyFans, kind of thing. You're gonna start.
That'd be fantastic. All right, let's see. Kendall and I are gonna reset. DJ Jamar is gonna be joining us here in a little bit. But yes, yesterday Autumn Kings came in. They performed, but when you perform live on the podcast broadcast stream, the audio isn't necessarily that good. It's something about it. it doesn't work out. But I do record it through my Vox Pro. I mixed it down and I made this clip from their performance yesterday. And if you haven't seen it, it goes like this. Check it out.
Heart's burned out, head's too loud, feeling like I'm hellbound. This complicated disposition that I'm in. Ooh. Chronic condition, this prescription's wearing thin. Ooh. Mr. Brightside ain't on my side. Self-deprecating, complacent. When will I face it? Get to the root of it. Ooh. Get to the root of it. 'Cause I'm tired. Get to the root of it. I'm tired of feeling like I'm hellbound, headed for a meltdown. Why do all these thoughts hound me on and on? Confusing my thoughts with reality. Zoned out, drowning in my own doubt. Feeling like I'm hellbound. Whoa, feeling like I'm. Anxiety denying me my oxygen. This vital flight is cyanide inside my skin. Ooh. Mental breakdown. There's no way out. This life I'm wasting, forsaken. It's time to face it. Get to the root of it. 'Cause I'm tired of feeling like I'm hellbound, headed for a meltdown. Why do all these thoughts hound me on and on? Confusing my thoughts with reality. Zoned out, drowning in my own doubt. Feeling like I'm hellbound. Whoa, I'm feeling like I'm. Heart's burned out, head's too loud. This is the moment where I wake up, trucking along, but on my arms I'ma shake up. All of the anger inside my chest, tell it stay out. Caught up the victim mentality, I don't wanna see negativity play out. But everybody's toxic, everybody's stupid. You sound like somebody I want nothing to really do with. I'm ready to move from the past, open the roof on my casket. I was doomed to be dead, now I'm renewed from the ashes, a savage. So myself, keep your health through the hard times, and when you're off track, take your life back. Forgive me, Father, you know that I've sinned. Grant me the strength to not go back again. Show me two songs, my friend, when I'm feeling like I'm hellbound, headed for a meltdown. Why do all these thoughts hound me on and on? Confusing my thoughts with reality. Zoned out, drowning in my own doubt. Feeling like I'm hellbound. Whoa, feeling like I'm da 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 da. Alright, da 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 da. 'Cause I'm tired. Da 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 da. That's right, that's right. I'm feeling like I'm. Wake up, trucking along, but on my arms I'ma shake up. All of the anger inside my chest, till it stay out. You know why? 'Cause I'm tired of feeling like I'm. Thank you.
There you go. Okay, everybody. Woo. Rumbles.
When we start to record,
Uh-huh.
and you're always like, ugh.
Is that what I do?
Into the mic, yeah. Just like a
Really?
little faint grunt, yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
Especially because it's so silent.
Yeah.
It's so clear.
And the fact that you could hear it, now
Yeah.
you're making me self-conscious about myself. It's like a death rattle, huh? Gross.
Yeah.
Okay, first
What
off,
do you-
well, look, it's because Emil brought in peanut M&Ms this morning.
Oh, it's
which
my fault now.
Well, first off, I'm thanking you.
I know, I'm just messing with it.
Clearing my throat a little bit from the delicious protein pills that I'm having this morning, courtesy of Emil. But you say every time I turn on the mic, I'm like,
Yeah. It's like that. We're getting ready, and we got the headset on. So I don't know if the listeners ever picked that up, or you.
I
let out
hope
a
not.
little-
No, I mean you shouldn't have pointed it out. So now the listeners will be listening for it. I'll make it annoying. I mean, this is one of the reasons why I'm constantly single, because eventually, like, girls that I'm dating hear this and they're just like, "That's gross. I'm out." So thanks for making me
Big
feel.
red flag.
I guess.
No grumbling.
Yeah,
when we
I'm
first
like-
talk.
I'm like,
tape or
I don't know the
something.
sounds that I'm making. I mean, I've literally, it triggered me because I've literally had this conversation with ex-girlfriends. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm making weird noises. I don't know.
It's not a problem when there's not a microphone and a headset on.
You would think. No, you would think until you sleep next to me. All right, anyways, it's 6:18, time for your morning moron. Thanks, Kendall. All right. Todd, here's our story here. Speaking of being single, if you don't want to be single, then you got to attract the right type of lady out there. The way that you attract the right kind of lady in some areas of the country is wave around a gun and show how hard you are. Yeah, that's a thing, right? In Rockford, Illinois, those are one of those places where the harder you are, the more the ladies come a running.
Yeah.
Now, of course, there are downsides to that. And one of the downsides is it could be highly illegal and you get arrested for this kind of hardness. And that's an example of our morning moron today. A 27-year-old named Sabah was hanging out the window of a black SUV waving a semi-automatic rifle around. It was a Smith & Wesson that basically looked like an AR-15. Okay? Wasn't really AR-15, but still, it's Smith & Wesson. And you know, he's outside. He's almost like ghost riding a whip, just cruising down the street, being like, "What's up, ladies? Check me out. I'll cat people. I'm hard." Yeah. You know, yeah, and that's hard with not a D at the end. Like it's hard with 2 R's.
Hard,
and it may be like a T. Hard. Yeah, hard. Yeah, but you don't pronounce the T. That I'm just saying hardcore. Hard. All right. So anyways, the gun was sitting on the backseat of the SUV when the cops caught up with him. He also had a large capacity magazine with 30 bullets hidden in his pant leg because he got to be ready to, throw down in case the girl's like, I don't know how hard you are.
Show me.
And I'm almost close to sleeping with you.
Yeah.
But
you need to rob that 7-Eleven.
Yeah. And shoot some things. Yeah. Right. And so, again, this is game in Rockford, Illinois. Out here, you do it differently.
A little different.
Yeah, it's a West Coast vibe. We're a little more laid back. Back there in Midwest, upper Midwest, you got to be hard. And so at least 2 women were in the car with them because it works. When you carry around a weapon like that, women, they come a flocking. They're like, yeah, let's cruise around with that guy.
Dang.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, dude. That's the moral of this story. Again, that's up in Illinois. Out here, you don't want to do that. There's other ways to work game. Like go to the gym or something.
Yeah.
Anyways, when cops asked him why he waved the gun around, he said that he was attempting to have sexual relations with the women in the car.
It was just courting.
Yeah. And he said, I believe women like these things. And I'll tell you what, Sabah, you're not wrong, man. You're not wrong, dude. They were about to get it on with you if you didn't get pulled over. That's for sure. Hell, Kendall's getting all excited right now.
No, it's true. There's a lyric in Scissor's Blind of, I love when you pull out your gun at the red light. I love all that violence. Give me dysfunction.
See?
So it's real.
I know. It's
I'm learning a lot right now.
Yeah,
I know.
Emil is shook.
Yeah. Be aware, girl dad. That's what the future looks like. Anyways, turns out that he's been convicted on weapons charges 4 separate times. So he's getting all the ladies there and was arrested. So they arrested him for unlawful possession of a gun, and he's due in court on December 16th. The good news for the ladies means that he's out on bail. So get it while the getting is good.
There he is.
Oh,
and he's going to go to court.
Yeah.
Like instead of like horde.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. That's what happens. So when you're acting so hard that you end up in court, then you're definitely going to be considered a morning moron. All right, it's Kendall and I back here. Let me show you something, Kendall. This is going to confuse the hell out of you.
Oh no!
Right?
What is it?
It's a Ring door cam, right? Nothing to see here. You're gonna see a rollerblader come up. Let's check this out.
I love rollerblading.
Yeah, there you go. You love rollerblading topless too?
I wish I could.
You want a random rollerblader to ring your doorbell?
It's got a bandana on.
Yeah, it looks cool.
A little knee support.
Yep.
Oh no! Oh, oof! His shoulder. Oh no! Ooh, he went down hard.
He did. And someone is home, luckily. Imagine you answer your door and this happens.
Ooh, he's hurting.
Oh, he's hurting for sure.
This is what, a middle-aged man? Not a young buck.
I mean, he's wearing a bandana, so don't tell him he's not young, because that would be news to him.
How you doing? I'm sorry. You good? No.
No.
I was going to talk to you about cars. Oh. See your car guy. Yeah. Could you do me a favor? Yeah. Could you call my wife?
Yeah, man. You having like a heat stroke?
No, I slipped and twisted my knee.
Oh, Jesus.
Right now.
Where you live at, man?
I live off of.
There you go. So what you're hearing here, we're
man.
live on Rockwood 2.1 KFMA. So this guy was rollerblading in the neighborhood with a bandana, looking super cool, no shirt on. I'm assuming this is Florida. And he rolls by a house and notices there's a Lamborghini in a driveway. So this guy, this old guy, felt like, it'd be cool just to randomly go up to this stranger's door, right? Ring the doorbell while I'm topless, wearing a bandana and rocking rollerblades to talk about his awesome car. I'm a car guy. You're obviously a car guy. Now, not everyone that owns a nice car is a car guy. Let's be honest. Sometimes they just have a nice car because they can afford a nice car, and they understand that women like nice cars, but they don't necessarily call themselves a car guy.
Mm-hmm.
So is it going to be an awkward conversation regardless when a stranger who is topless is like, hey, is that your car? That's a nice car. I'm like, are you hitting on me, dude? Right? Because you're not wearing clothes. But in this situation, while he was waiting for the car guy to go up to the door and answer it, he slipped and fell and blew out his knee and had the car guy that he was ringing the doorbell on call his wife. And, that video went viral. So now Mr. Car Guy, cool car guy,
I would have
is
been
infamous.
I would have been too embarrassed. I would have army crawled away.
Yes, but he still would have answered the door and saw this half naked guy crawling away from his door and be like, huh. Luckily, I got a ring cam. I can see everything.
Yeah.
Right? So we have that. That's a viral video. I just got sent this from my friend Christine. This is pretty funny. I'm sorry that I missed this, but this happened on Monday. Apparently, all bad things in life are caused by men with micropenises, as the Golden State Killer may have been caught because of his micropenis. And here's a quote from one of the victims. There's nothing there. Right now, the Golden State Killer. So what a terrible lineup to be involved in if you're not the Golden State Killer, right? They're like, excuse me, we got to get a couple perks to see, or perps to see who may be the killer. We have to identify you by your micropenis. And you're standing in line like, well, I'm not the Golden State Killer, and it's not necessarily micro. And they're like, well, you're close enough. Well, stand next to the other micropenises. Like, hey,
According to this magnifying glass I'm using right now,
Right.
says otherwise.
And the fact that he's the Golden State Killer and he has a micropenis, do you really blame him, or are you like, okay, that makes sense? You're mad at women and want to kill them all?
It makes sense, and this is why I truly believe sex work needs to be legalized. Sex work is work,
That's
and
true.
there's a demand for it, and there's a need for it.
Absolutely.
And
it is a skill, a paid skill from women to not laugh at a micropenis in a man's face. And if you have that ability and you, have the ability to do sex work and make a man with a micropenis feel like he's hung, then you are an angel on earth without the wings. I mean, sure, you probably have tattoo wings on your back, but still, you are an angel. You deserve that kind of respect. And honestly, it probably would prevent, stories like this from happening.
crimes would go down. Absolutely.
Potentially.
I really do think so.
I don't know. I do have a massage parlor in my neighborhood that is open at like 3:00 in the morning. So I'm pretty sure that's one of those places.
How do you know it's open at 3 a.m.?
Because it has a neon sign that says open. And it's just, I drive by it on my way home. So like when I've come home late at night from games and stuff, I'm like, that's weird that a massage parlor is open at this time. Is it not?
Yeah.
It's not necessarily like a 9 to 5 or a 9 to 9 operation, unless you're going 9 to 9 to 9 in the morning. And if that's your hours, how is that not suspect? I don't know, every cop car rolling by, right?
Yeah, that's super wild with a neon light, like blinking.
Oh,
open.
yes. Oh, yeah. One of those fancy lights and stuff. I'm curious. If I ever get a massage, I'll let you know.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Yes, but
Report back.
Yeah. You know what mankeeping is?
Something like gatekeeping, but for men's interests and stuff like that.
Kind of. It's kind of like the responsibilities that women feel like they have to do if they're in a relationship. And man-keeping is a growing problem for women. So relationships are supposed to be like a 50-50 proposition, right? Would you consider your relationship 50-50 in ways?
Well, I mean, I think, yes, each person has to do their part, but not every time you're going to be able to put in your share.
Okay,
so you're going to have some down days.
You sound like it's 80-20 and you give 20%, which is
John's
fine.
shoulders are a little tired.
Okay, all right. Well, for some women, they're growing tired of doing most of the heavy lifting. Last year, researchers at Stanford University coined the phrase, that they say describes unreciprocated work that women do to manage the emotional and social needs of their men in their lives. And they call that term mankeeping. All right. So in a nutshell, they say mankeeping boils down to a lady taking care of a man in her life by doing things like organizing his social calendar, buying a gift that's supposed to go to one of his buddies for whatever reason, booking an appointment for him, right? Like all these things, kind of being like a love secretary. In a way, though, I'm just like, yeah, I need all that in my life. You know?
Yeah, that's what women do best. We nurture, we plan, we organize. We got it on lockdown.
Apparently women are getting upset by this, right? They don't want to do the man keeping so much. So they say all the while she has to also tend to all the work, stress, and drama in her own life and get frustrated that not getting much in the way, by not getting much in the way of or even a little bit of appreciation for what she's doing for the guy. So they say that man keeping is a growing part of this issue. Now, as to why man-keeping is becoming a big problem for women, these experts theorize and put the blame on the trend due to declining social networks. Declining social networks, in addition, could be a residual effect of the male loneliness epidemic, which is a thing that is growing. Now, is AI love bots going to cure this?
It could, because, I mean, the way you describe the man keeping, it doesn't sound like a problem unless they're underappreciated. That's a problem. But I think it crosses a line if it becomes more like mothering. Right? So I think the mothering responsibilities, AI could help produce that and take that burden off, you know.
Yeah, it's gross. I wouldn't want that at all. A little too much, just mothering and stuff. I would break up with my AI sex bot if she started doing that. Luckily, she's not. She's great right now.
Yeah.
No.
Things are going well with your girlfriend.
Let's continue the story and not talk about my AI relationships. So if you're the kind of guy that this might be ringing true, they say make sure that take time to show a little gratitude, right? Just a little bit. A little gratitude goes a long ways. So you keep on getting man kept, if you will, but just be like, thank you, baby. A little pat on the butt. And then everything should be smooth for the next couple months. So remember that every now and then, just a little pat in the butt goes a long way.
Some appreciation.
All right. So we learned something today, another term here coined, man keeping. Let's keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. Got more coming up after music from Jelly Roll and Rock 102.1 KFMA. So do you feel like you're a good man keeper?
I think so. I packed one of his lunches this week.
Oh, what did you pack for lunch?
Chicken Caesar salad wraps.
Okay.
With a yogurt. It was lean.
Right.
You know, we've been eating a lot of junk lately.
Yes.
So we're trying to, mitigate that.
Yeah.
But I like doing those things. I never did before. So I find myself cooking a lot more, just nurturing a lot more than I'm used to.
Okay.
Just sad because I should do all those things for myself. But he does those things for me. So it's very mutual. It's really not a bad split that we have going on.
That's good. I actually got some protein dinners dropped off to me last night, which is good because I've been. Sorry, 10. You came in right where we're talking about relationship shit. Race Lover said, and then Beef Vegan's AI bot becomes Skynet after being dumped and Terminator begins for real. Yeah, I'm not going to dump my AI sex bot. That's a forever love.
That's a good movie, though.
No, like it's already been done.
AI girlfriend and then she gets revenge.
Oh, okay. Well, isn't that Megan 2.0?
No, what's the other robot movie I'm thinking of that's really good? Oh,
we're gonna have a lot of those coming out, so don't worry.
I'll figure it out.
It's very interesting to see, dude. But it will be. I don't know, because part of the issue. I will say this. I guess this is probably good news for like perpetual bachelors as you get older and stuff, because there's going to be a whole generation of women where guys aren't even attempting to talk to them, right? And they're going to be smoking hot like 27-year-olds who can't even have a conversation with the guy because they're so like, incel and trained by AI that anybody with a pulse could come up and be like, hey, baby, I'm real, and then get it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely not good.
I'm not mad at that. Okay.
Ex Machina. Have you seen that?
No, but I know what you're talking
2014, very good. I think that kind of was, from what I remember, almost the premise where it was like she got smart,
right?
And it was yeah.
All right, yeah.
Relationship revenge.
Nice. All right, I want to play another clip here. So I did too. So the band I was talking about, again, refresh my memory.
Strange case.
Strange case.
I keep wanting to say strange days.
I know. I'm so glad their name's not Strange Case. They actually put on a performance of the year in studio, and it wasn't even on the air. So they came in right after Autumn Kings, and I kind of double booked because I went out. I tried to get Jacob Knoll from Sublime, but like next time. But they're buddy bands of Jacob and Jacob's Castle. So what happened was I went and saw them in One Night One Tool. They were fantastic. Invited them onto the show. They came in, and it was great. And they performed their song HBK, which is a single that's not even released yet. I put a little clip on my stories, but I put together the video of their performance after the show, and I'm going to debut it for you right here. So check this out. Great for you guys.
Oh,
yeah, this is nice. So yesterday we had a guest come in. I saw Jacob's Castle at One Night One Tool, and the band that was opening up for them was called, what was it? Strange Case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you were with me.
Yeah, I was here yesterday.
Yeah, and so they came in, and this was after the show, but we did a little podcast with them, and they did a couple performances. Their performances turned out great.
Yeah.
I actually put together a little video of their song HPK, which is not about the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, which is still okay, though. And I want to play it for you. You want to check it out?
Yes.
Yeah, this is, listen how good they sound, but also my supreme editing skills in putting together this song. It's pretty good, if I say so myself. But here's the acoustic version first. There you go. I'm glad you're digging it. Yeah, that was a Strange Case here live in studio, which I had a good time with them. Please welcome DJ Jamal in the studio.
What up?
Yeah, so Strange Case band out of Ventura County, California. And I'll play a little bit of their interview maybe sometime later this week or something, or I'll post it on the YouTube page. And thank you, David, for, appreciating the live performances. I've been able to get in studio. We were trying to get Yellow Man on the show today, but he's traveling.
Yellow Man's traveling all over the place, like from Hawaii over to here, all over the place.
Yeah, you got him booked, and Jamar's got him booked to be in. Of course, he's a reggae icon legend and striking appearance, but fantastic sound, and basically just all the makings of an artist. And yeah, it would have been great to talk to Yellow Man and just kind of get a little insight in his upbringing in Jamaica, and just the whole.
Yeah, we definitely got. Next time when he comes out, we definitely got lined it up to bring him in the station, because he has a story. Like when you talk about like persistence and like real, like he has like that artist story, like where like he's been kicked, beat down, everything, but he still rose to become one of the kings of dancehall in Jamaica.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, no, he's nothing given to him, and it's unfortunate because part of it is his appearance, right? And in Jamaica, because like locals can be rough, dude. You do not.
They can be rough there. Like a lot of things is that they look at things like they like how things seem like normal to everybody. Mm-hmm. So when you don't look like the average person,
right,
all of a sudden it's like the Black Plague. They're like, wait a minute, who is that right there? Like,
yeah. And just like it's playground rules. If you stick out, then you're basically a mark to be picked on, bullied, everything else. And, so Yella, he had to endure with all that. And that is, again, though, if you survive it, then you have all the fuel to be a great artist. So something to be able to communicate that. And it's not like his music is depressing by any means. It's the dance hall.
Yeah, like knowing Yellow Man and having a relationship with Yellow Man over the years, it's like he taught me, like, you can't let nothing stop you. Like, no matter what, if this is what you want, you have to go for it. Like, I've known Yellow Man for probably like 40 years.
40 years.
He was a good friend of my father's and stuff like that.
How fucking old are you, dude? What do you mean 40 years? How old are you?
I've known him since I was 2 years old.
Oh, you know him since 2 years old? Okay. Yeah, but let's say like round up to 5 at least.
Okay, let's round it to 5.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Because tell me like a story of you and Yella hanging at 2. Yeah, yes.
I was just in Jamaica last year actually with Yellow Man recording music, so that was like, it is cool. Like Yellow Man, like it's like a family vibe. Like when I'm around him.
Yeah.
Like he always seems to make fun of me and said my head looks like a basketball.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. And you don't say shit back though.
No, man. Yeah. That's King Yellow Man right there. Like it's just, it's ironic that the last time he was in Tucson, my dad brought him to Tucson. My dad did a show with them. And then now this time that he's in Tucson, I'm doing a show with them. So it's like, it kind of comes around full circle.
What's your history, your dad's history in music?
So my dad had a reggae store out here called 12 Tribes Reggae Shop.
Okay.
And my dad used to be, bring a lot of reggae artists. Like he was one of the first promoters to bring reggae artists from Jamaica to Arizona.
Okay.
And it was just like growing up, like I was around like all like the great legends. Like he brought Gregory Isaac here. He brought Jimmy Cliff here. He brought a bunch of people here that it was just like, you know what? This is what our culture is right here. So he was like really big on the authenticity in the culture.
Right,
yeah. Straight from Jamaica.
You see, did we show you who Yellow Man is? Do you see, this is Yellow Man right here. Mm-hmm. You see him? So very unique, beautiful in a way that is, I mean, he's albino. He's a Jamaican albino, right? Mm-hmm. And so like that unique beauty where you're just like, you're taken aback. You're like, oh, and then you see the beauty in that. And then, and the guy's obviously a stud too. You could tell. So that's going to be a good time.
He's in shape.
He lost part of his jaw bone. They took out part of his jaw.
Yeah.
But he still does music. So it's just like.
Yeah. What made him lose part of his jaw?
Cancer.
Yeah. So like honestly, like no winning, right? You would see, and then he's all winning.
He
right?
winning because like out of like all like the reggae artists, he's one of the few reggae artists that is not just big in the Jamaican diaspora. Like he can do like a 50 city tour.
Yeah.
So it's not just like, okay, well he's only big in New York and Florida where there's mad Jamaica. Like everybody knows Yellow Man.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because he kind of has the gift and the curse, right? Where the curse is his unique look, but that's also the gift because immediately like, whoa, what is that? Who's that? And it's and to coin a phrase that I talked about with like the ant word, like beautifully ugly. D'Antwoord really leaned in on this and captured that with their imagery, right? Where at first you see something, you're like, oh, and then you really appreciate the beauty in it.
And you're looking like, okay.
Yes. Just because it's not normal doesn't mean it's not beautiful. It just takes you a second to adjust to that and then appreciate it. And it would have been interesting in having that conversation with them, because then I also would kind of tread lightly, because I mean stuff with all due respect, right? But I also want to describe things and keep it as real as possible. So I got DJ Jamar hanging out with us here on the show. He had to do some dad stuff, so he's coming in late, but he's got a big show that he put together with a reggae icon, DJ Yellow Man, King Yellow Man to be precise, at the Rock. So he's actually doing back-to-back shows here in Arizona. He's doing the Rock, or he's doing the Rock on Friday the 21st, and then he's doing Flagstaff.
Tap Room in Flagstaff on Saturday.
That's going to be pretty massive, too. You going up to Flagstaff for that?
I'm going to probably go up there for that one.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty fun. Just so the weather and everything, and going to get all the college students jamming out to King Yellow Man there.
It's going to be a good vibe, because we also got, we have Hungana coming on the show. And we also got Warsaw, and Warsaw is actually originally from Tucson. So
yeah.
When the show launched, Warsaw reached out to me, and they were like, Jamar, we've always wanted to do something with Yellow Man. Like, it's been a dream. And I was like, you know what? Come do the show.
Making dreams come true.
Yeah, that's what Jamar does. He's a dream maker, dude. Yes, absolutely. And then this show happening at the Rock, what's the cost? And can people get tickets at the door? Just run up and
tickets
do that?
Tickets are now $25 in advance. You can get tickets at the door. It will be slightly more at the door. And let everybody know the Rock is open. Everybody DM me talking about they had their last show last Saturday. I'm like, no, they didn't.
People don't read, dude.
I'm like, don't you go to their website? See, they still got shows on their website. The Rock is open. Support The Rock.
Yeah, I get that. Again, like, people just see the headline and then that's it, and then they'll just move past it. And it's just like, The Rock posted that, yes, The Rock is sold and they are going to close down here soon. And it is going to be, a deal where they're going to tear it down and they're going to build student housing. But that's not until next year.
So
and there's plenty of shows.
What a lot of people don't understand is that just because something gets sold doesn't mean they begin construction right away.
I know.
Sometimes it can be 3 years until they do construction. Like, I have another show at The Rock, January 17th. I have Bobby Valentino, the R&B artist. He's going to be there January 17th. So between now and then, The Rock is not going anywhere.
When is the official last day? I'm sure we'll know it and we'll announce it, because we'll probably do a big party at least the week of for the last show at The Rock, because you guys celebrate a legacy that's over 45 years old in that spot as far as live music in this town. So it's worth celebrating, but I know it's going to be a little whiles away. So
yeah, it's going to be a little whiles away. Joe hasn't really announced anything about our last day.
Yeah.
But definitely when he does, I'll be there to support him. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even mind DJing over there for free for him, because The Rock has really been iconic to Tucson culture, especially when it comes to local music scene. I know my boy Jackie with Held Out has played there a lot of times. I've played there a lot of times. You've been over there.
Yep.
Stack Styles been over there. A lot of people have been at The Rock. So again, shout out to Joe and The Rock. Shout out to them for the legacy, for what they've done for Tucson.
Yeah, and also the big international bands. So we saw people ask the question, what shows did you see at The Rock? And like Korn and like a who's who of all these like great bands that people got to see at a baby level. Of course, Lil Peep passed away there at The Rock, dude. So it's infamous in that way. There's so much legend and history to that venue. Yeah, it's sad to see it go as things go, but we'll celebrate it and have one last show. But it's still a couple months, and there's still plenty of great national acts coming to The Rock and local acts before they finally shut the doors for good. And we'll let you know. But that's the thing. Again, people don't read past the headline.
They don't read. They just read that
Yeah.
Rock is gone. And I'm like,
same thing happened to me when it was there was a write-up on me expanding my show into Phoenix and Flagstaff. A lot of like Tucson Roadrunners fans, I thought I just moved to Phoenix, right? But if they would have read the first paragraph of the post that went viral, you would see like, no, he's still in Tucson doing his show in Phoenix and Flagstaff.
like, so are you leaving?
Yeah, no. And it's like, no,
How
man.
can you leave us?
Right. And like the way technology is, no, I'm just Arizona's DJ. I'm just doing my show all over Arizona. No big deal. Unless you look at that as a big deal, because it's pretty massive. You should
That is a big
appreciate
deal.
that.
That is a big deal.
Yeah, just whatever.
Also, you
Shout
won
out to everyone in Arizona.
Arizona Podcast of the Year at Tucson Hip Hop
That's
Awards.
true. That's true. I got it right here.
Telling you.
Yep. Tucson Podcast of the Year, Beef Vegan Podcast. I call it the podcast broadcast though. So, we'll get there on there. Let's see. It looks good. It looks good. I drank some champagne out of this thing. I cleaned it out. Yeah. That's what you do when you win.
Yeah.
That's hip hop for you right there.
Little Dom.
Yeah,
Had some
champagne
bubbly.
out of your Grammys.
Yeah. I was pouring it all over my girl's face and then licked it off her. I went big on that. So it was a good time. And Tucson Hip Hop Awards always is a good time. Jamar, I appreciate you coming in, even though it was only a couple minutes. But tomorrow night at the Rock, it's going down. You can see a legend live in person. The vibe at the Rock is going to be like dance hall. You're going to get there. And
I'm going to be playing dance hall and classic reggae. So it's going to be a real Jamaican vibe. We're going to have a good time. Like I said, Hangana is also on the show. They do like Hawaiian reggae, which is also a blessing right there. Then you got Warsaw in there. And the thing what I like about Warsaw does ska reggae. So they do like traditional ska reggae. So really, it's going to be like a traditional reggae show that you're getting a drop of every piece of reggae in the bucket. So.
Yeah, it's a good range. So you go out there and everyone's a Rasta for the night. So you can get you get your tickets at the door or get them in advance. How do they get them in advance?
Eventbrite. Just look up Yellow Man in Tucson on Eventbrite.
There you go. King Yellow Man tomorrow night at the Rock. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for the show today, but I'd like to thank everyone for listening. Tomorrow morning, I believe we're going to have Joe Coy in studio. Of course, he has a big comedy show as well. We'll continue to give you the keywords so you can win the Nintendo Switch and a 4-pack of tickets for your Tucson Roadrunners. And speaking of which, why don't we end the show with some winners? So if you want to go see the Tucson Roadrunners this Sunday at the TCC with that puck drop happening at 4, be caller number 10 right now. 600 KFMA, 600-5362. Enjoy the rest of your day. Subscribe to the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/beefvegan. Drive safe, ride safe. And as always, rock local. Later.
When you
I feel like I hit everything. Did I miss anything?
You did it good.
You
done good.
And
Thanks,
end
guys.
to all your grief.
All right, call now. Good luck.
If you've been mean or kind of bad,
Come on.
I will knock out all your
Somebody said in the
teeth.
Somebody said in the comment section, kind of Tucson loses one.